Welcome, Echo Wang, to the Hustle and Heart podcast. I'm excited. I'm so excited to hear about what you do. You are the CEO of Yoga Kawa.
Thank you for pronouncing that correctly. Amazing.
We're definitely going to be talking about the kinds of yoga that you do. I'm intrigued. I'm excited. A lot of stuff I thought was made up, but it's not. It's real, as you mentioned to me. But please introduce yourself to us first.
Sure. So my name is Echo, and like you said, I'm the founder of Yoga Kawa, and we're so happy to be here with Hustle and Heart, because I think there's definitely something that I do as an entrepreneur I can really relate to Hustle and Heart, so thank you. And I own Yoga Kawa because I want to bring peace and purpose in the community, and we're very well loved for pet integrated classes.
Yes.
We like to put joy first, not as a distraction, but a step forward into the wellness of yoga. So Yoga
Wonderful.
Kawa.
Well, let's just start first I want to ask you, because I'm intrigued, where did you get the name Echo from?
So when I was moving from Taiwan to Canada, and in Taiwan, I was taking English classes already to prepare my journey here. And when I told my teacher that I was moving, obviously it was a long time ago. The teacher suggested, let's make an English name so people will have a better time to connect with you. And out of the name, we decided to choose Echo because I was the loudest in class. And so I was echoing in my class, so I end up to be called Echo.
Oh, but what's your real name, if I may ask?
UN.
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 Oh, that's
United Nations.
It's nice. So it's very befitting for you,
Thank you.
So is there another meaning to Echo, besides the name your teacher decided to give you? Or
Yeah, well, most people love it when they hear it, but people who actually know Greek mythology, is actually a very sad story behind Echo.
Okay.
Echo was a beautiful nymph who got punished by Hera, the queen of gods, because she wouldn't disclose where Zeus has went to wander off with other women. So Hera punished her by making her disappear, but Zeus honored her wonderful non-disclosure and put her in the cave and called Echo.
Oh, okay. I'm going to remember that story now. Every time I come across an Echo, I'm going to remember you and the Zeus as well as your teacher.
Yes, so you know the second meaning behind just Echo. Fantastic.
Wonderful. So what led you to open up your yoga practice?
All yogi have their yogi stories. So I encountered yoga in a sad time in university when, I was the fourth year of university. I was going through a bad breakup in a very long-term romantic relationship. It was my first one too, so I took it really hard. And at the same time, my house caught on fire on my birthday. And, I kind of punished myself for my birthday brought on such tragedy to my family. So with that happened, I was dealing with exams, bad breakup, having to deal with the insurance company who won't, who's arguing with us back and forth on whether they want to pay for the rebuilding the house or not. So, and at the same time, we didn't have house to live. So I was at a homeless, basically. I was carrying luggages of clothing, going from one friend's house to another, hotel to another. So it was very stressful, and obviously academic grades is very important to me. So everything was suffering, and I developed lots of autoimmune diseases such as eczema, hyperthyroidism, and of course depression as well. I couldn't sleep. So I found comfort in yoga. I found clarity in yoga. I found a way to regulate my emotions better. So I stuck with it then. And then, of course, a lot of yogi will tell you, because you felt that benefit of yoga, a lot of yoga teacher want to bring that benefit to others. So then we pursue the yoga teacher training program and then become a yoga teacher, become a light healer, I guess. And we heal, and we want to heal others. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Oh. I know I've tried yoga a couple of times. I'm not very good at it. I find it difficult, but I know everything else, you got to stick with it and be consistent to get the benefits. And I know there are benefits from it. But is there a specific type of people that you practice yoga with or for? I think from your corporate career, you've realized something. And I'd like to hear more about that.
For sure. So after university, after having become a yogi, practice yogi regularly, as I was in the corporate world, I find that a lot of us, or a lot of working professionals, cannot disconnect from the emotional stress, physical stress that they experience at work, experience commute, and they would spill over that emotion into home. It could be their spouse, it could be their children, and that's very hardening for me, because that's what I experienced with my family before. My dad would come home and not have a good day at work, would find ways to lash out on us, not intentionally, but it's just hard. People need to vent, and then at home you're a safe space, so naturally people want to do that. But I find that if I get to practice yoga, have that moment with myself, learn to disconnect, find a different and a new state of being, and bring that loving self into home. Isn't that what we work so hard at work for?
Absolutely.
Like for your home? So that's when I decided to put corporate yoga and corporate wellness as a focus in my early part of my career as a yoga teacher, to bring yoga in the workplace, so that people learn to just take a few breaths, learn to regulate their nervous system, and then change their state of being, because they're not angry people, they're just stressed. Right? Yeah. So I really honor myself, and it feels a privilege to be able to do that, because I could help change families. So,
I mean, we work 5 days a week, sometimes more, and long hours in a day sometimes. These days, a lot of workplaces are not just 9 to 5, it's 9 and beyond 5. Sometimes even on the weekend, people tend to take work home with them. And, yoga seems to be a good solution in terms of, one, it's not medication that has adverse side effects for you. There's a lot of stress in our workday. We hear that every day, and we're hearing more of it every day in schools, and it bleeds over into our corporate life as well as our home life,
Yes.
And I think based on, what you're doing, people need this. People need to be calm. They need to experience that peace.
Thank you.
They need to experience. I should be the poster child for Kawa yoga. I don't do it, but I believe in it.
I'm so glad you believe in it, and I hope you'll try more than a couple of yoga classes.
Maybe I will. Yes. But what if you, in your own words, based on your experience and what you're doing now and what you see in other people, what makes yoga so calming? Like, why is it calming? Why is it so centering for people?
So yoga, first of all, it's not just about moving the body. It's the breathing. It's the meditation. So when I say yoga, I could really mean a guided meditation as well, because it's under the umbrella. What makes yoga so loved, because yoga is such a big industry now. Yoga mats,
yes,
leggings, right? What's so wonderful about yoga is what the first level is the physical body. And when you feel like you can move and your shoulder is not dense, your shoulder is not tight, your scalp feels good, people feel good in their body. So if you practice yoga once and you got a really good yoga teacher, got a really good experience, you will want to come back and feel that way. So how yoga changed me was, like I mentioned, I was in a very stressful state, and at a party, I got those Christmas jingle, I think, like somebody randomly gifted a class of 10 yoga classes, and I went, and my goodness, I feel so relieved. I have such clarity, because when you're in a breakup, your judgment is clouded. You can think of different way. You think about why I love that person or the potential of that person, right? So I was so clouded, and after a yoga class, after working out, after sweating, and by the way, it was a Bikram yoga that helped me, of course. I feel so grounded. And I feel, once you feel grounded, you feel like you're in clarity. And everything you do is intentional. And that feels very empowered. And I want that again and again. So I kept going back, and whoops, you create a good habit and you just want to keep on going. So why is it so centering? Because the way people breathe, the people move, because some of the poses are challenging. So you have to focus. And the moment you focus on you, you are giving back to yourself. It is an act of self-love, self-care, self-compassion, and it grows into self-empowerment, and people love it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is incredible. I mean, aside from it being healthy for your body, it's healthy for your mind, healthy for your soul, healthy for your relationships, your energy, you know, what you can do. I remember, I'll share a funny story. I mean, it's not so funny, but I tried hot yoga. That was my first experience with yoga. And a friend of mine said, let's try it. Let's do it. So I went thinking, how hard can this be? Okay. But hot yoga, but you know, it's easier than doing, if the reverse is called cold yoga, because your body is limbered up. It's warm. It's easier to move, I think, compared to the opposite. But it was the hardest thing I have ever done in my whole life. She thought I was sweating because of the heat, but they were actually tears running down my face, blending into the sweat that she couldn't see. And halfway through the practice, I turned to her and I said, I'm not coming back. Okay, and she pushed me to keep going. And we did. We bought like 10 classes and we did it. And by the 10th class, it was better, I have to admit, you know. So maybe one day I'll go back and try it again. But it is, like they say, nothing good is ever easy, right? And I think yoga is probably one of those things. But the benefits that you reap from it is, you know, unimaginable, really. So I'm glad you're talking today about mental health and the benefits of yoga and how that can help you with knowing who you are, being centered for yourself, and how that's going to impact your relationship with your family, friends, co-workers, and whatever. Oh, hey, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. I'm glad you are sitting here watching our video, and I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to say hello to you and welcome you to What We Can Do For You. My name's Doreen Fernandez, and I am your storytelling coach. So if you are a small business owner watching this video right now, you are in the right place, and I'm so glad you're here. I want to tell you about the power of storytelling to grow your business. How do you attract clients through storytelling? How do you get your story out there so people will resonate with you, and how your brand can get stronger? So if you are intrigued by my message, come talk to me. I know that you do alternate types of yoga as well, like animal yoga. Now, I've seen this in movies, and I thought it was a thing. I thought it was a made-up thing. I thought it was a joke. But no, it's real. So you do puppy yoga at your studio?
Yes.
And goat yoga?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Echo, please explain this to me.
So if you think hot yoga is easy, I would say, you know, animal yoga is one of the easiest yoga class you can have. We do have a lot of people who don't practice yoga and loving the animal will come to puppy yoga, and then we kind of tricked you into doing some yoga. And I have to say, some people do end up loving yoga and ask us, hey, maybe I should do regularly. And I'm like, yes, that's our goal. But I want to cover the hot yoga a little bit. So coming into a hot room itself can be challenging for people already, like because the temperature itself, people will find it hard to breathe. And that itself probably, you know, trigger something in your mind like, oh, I'm not comfortable. And the moment you're not comfortable, it is hard to continue doing what you want to do. But obviously there's the people who we call the type A who likes to sweat. Those people will love hot yoga because they feel like they gotta work out and the flexibility, right? Because usually flexibility, you stretch before a workout, but now you got to work out and a good stretch at the same time. So I would say, because I did start my journey at hot yoga, but I also know like people who cannot be in a heated room. Yeah. So then you come to a room full of puppies.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, Yoga Kawa, our studio does offer puppy yoga, kitten yoga, bunny yoga, and goat yoga. Yeah, kind of whatever therapeutic animal pets that we can incorporate safely and harmoniously in the class. We'll probably do it without, you know, tripling on any municipal codes.
So how do you control your environment if you've got bunnies hopping around and puppies bouncing around? How do you do yoga with that?
How do you find peace in chaos? Puppy yoga.
Okay.
Right? I know it is chaotic, but it's so cute. So first of all, everybody has to be seated on the yoga mat. We ask people not to leave and let the puppies come to you. And the puppy will, because they're kind of happy. They need you because they need human to have that endorphin, and they love all the smell that different people brought. So the puppy will run around, and then the yoga teacher have a really hard time to teach some beginner yoga moves, right? So here's the thing. When you're stretching, some of the things that people find yoga hard is holding.
Yes.
But if you're holding a nice, good hamstring stretch and you saw a puppy coming over, guess what? That person might end up stretching their hamstring for a good, beneficial 30 seconds without them even feeling like, oh, this is so boring. So that's the thing.
Because their mind is diverted from the pose.
Correct. But I wanted to talk about that because at the beginning when I ran puppy yoga, a lot of purist yogis says like, oh, you're bringing distraction into yoga. This is terrible. You're doing a terrible thing. And you know what? My discipline kind of related to what they said, but my heart actually said, this is too joyful to say no to. I just kept doing it, and I found it. Like puppy yoga offer joy, and joy is not a distraction. It's a gateway into your heart centeredness. Right. So we just keep running the class since 2018. So we do have all those classes, and just want to cover, the bunnies don't really hop around a lot. No. The puppies do roam when they're really happy. What was the other one? The goats don't. No, they're not chaotic either. It's quite nice. I think the chaotic one is the cats. Oh, they're flying everywhere until they're tired and they become cuddly. So yes. People learn to focus and bring peace in a joyful, cute state. Okay. That's what the pet integrated classes are. Okay, so I'm
going to ask the inevitable question here. There's got to be mess with all those animals together. Yes. How do you perform yoga when there's like stuff everywhere?
They are wonderful people who come in feeling like the pets that we have invited are litter trained. Some of our breeder partners have litter trained puppies. They do run back to the little box. So we're quite
that's interesting.
Fortunate. But that is probably 10%. Yes, they are mess. Mess. And that's when we ask, everybody's like, freeze. Okay. We got to clean up. And hey, if they're holding a hamstring pose or a twist, why not? They're holding, and actually the people get to hold the puppy as well, or the roaming pets, so that our staff can quickly
clean up the mess.
Yeah, clean out the mess.
Interesting. So you have on the go cleaning. Very nice. Of course. So you mentioned something about breeders. So that's what I was wondering. Do you bring your own puppy, your own cat, or where do you get the animals from?
So a lot of people do feel like, oh my God, you have a puppy yoga class. I also have a puppy at home. Can I bring them? So when people bring their own animals or pets, it's called doga, like dogs. Doga, so people bring their own dogs. We work with reputable and socially responsible breeders, and they bring the puppies with us, and it presents a really good opportunity for the puppies to be socialized in a calming, safe environment full of dog-loving people, and have fun and see people doing different things and different kind of love, different kind of cuddling and snuggle. So it is a socialization class if the breeders partners do believe in it. So it is a good opportunity. It's a win-win. So the breeders partners bring the puppies. We make sure the space is disinfected properly, safe, and everyone knows the rules about how to properly handle and interact with the puppy. So it becomes nice. And then yoga makes it nice because we're slowly moving. We're not having abrupt movement. So it doesn't, scare a puppy. It's never happened. So people are moving slowly. They're not going to hurt a puppy, and they're being mindful. I mean, hey, that's yoga, being mindful, intentional. So
that's wonderful. Yes. It never fails to amaze me that coincidences lead us down certain paths. You mentioned your story about the fire that erupted in your home. You lost your home. You were homeless for about 8 months or so. And then you got this gift as a Christmas gift, randomly from somebody, 10 class passed to try yoga. And that's what kind of set you on this path for yoga. And I just wonder, like, if you didn't get that pass, what would you have done? Right. So those coincidences kind of are amazing. And we all experience those coincidences. Like, if I didn't do this, then I wouldn't be where I am today. And that's wonderful. You know, you think about the cosmic relation of how this
Are you going to go down there?
No,
I love I love the new age things.
Yes. No. But you know, when you talked about yoga, I want to know more about the benefits of yoga. If you can share that.
So in the Western world where we are, yoga is like a very wonderful class to stretch in. And you do need to stretch. You need flexibility, flexibility and leading to mobility in some of the easier classes. And the slower classes help you slow down. There's people who really need that time blocked to slow down, to breathe, to make sense of all the noises that's in their mind and find clarity. So the mind benefit of yoga is really alluring in that sense. But having the flexibility, you know, you can imagine, you go pick up a luggage and, my back hurts. That's not a good feeling. But if you can do all things functionally, feeling like you have your body, this temple, this vessel works, it's a wonderful feeling. So that's the benefit of yoga. That mindset, that state of being is definitely one thing. But of course, we talked about the cosmic things. So, you know, in yoga, we believe in enlightenment. And obviously, a lot of people associate it with emptiness. And I associate with peace. And I don't even associate with happiness. I think when you're happy, you can become unhappy. It's a rise and fall. But if you are at peace, nobody can bring chaos to you. So it's about attaining peace in all kinds of situations, right? And you probably know this quote that someone said, and I definitely relate to it. It's, you know, when your body is healthy, you have all kinds of problems. Money problem, relationship problem, kids problem, all that kind of stuff. When your body is not working, you only have one problem. Fix your body. Get your body health back, right? If you found out that you have some sort of terrible diseases and that's affecting you, you are going to just focus on there's only one problem, fixing your body. And to be honest, if you don't have a bodily problem, everything else is made out of your mind. It's your perception about the situation. I only have, $2,000 in my bank account. Wow, that could be a lot of money for a lot of people. So it's all perspective. But having a health problem is a health problem, right? So that's one thing you want to focus on. Our body is like a very materialist thing, very, not materialist, but very physical, your physical reality. So yoga allows you to have a good relationship with that body first, and then slowly you attain. You learn to be content, maybe motivated, maybe be very peaceful, and maybe have no desire to be attached to things. Not that you're empty or like walking zombie empty, but you are just at peace and no chaos can come into you. And that I think is very powerful.
Absolutely. Yeah. Given the stressors of our lives these days, you know, there's just so much pulling at us in all different directions. You know, I'm just kind of in awe of you as well in terms of attaining this level of peace and control and enlightenment.
I want to be very humble here. I have my moments, but when I talk about yoga, you know, lots of things happen. But, you know, it's about how a yogi can carry the yoga practice off the mat. But thank you. No, I'm very happy with the level of peace I've attained.
Yes.
But I know my husband can tell you there's lots of level I should be working at. But thank you.
But it's definitely helped you. That's what I'm trying to say. It's definitely helped you look at things differently, accept things differently, maybe.
Yes.
And lots of deep breaths and deep breathing through it all.
Yes. And I think it really relates to the hustle and heart, because I think people relate to the word heart. You have to have a soft heart, but soft heart don't usually work in running your own business.
Right.
In running a yoga business, there's time I have to draw really strong boundaries, but I still have to maintain that soft heart and relating to people emotionally. So that's why I'm still working on a certain level of attaining a different level of peace while I'm trying to grow my business. Lots of complexity come in. But yes, building a yoga company has really helped me deal with a lot of complexity and the stress that entrepreneurship give you.
Oh, I'm sure it does. Like all businesses, there's so many components to running a business that, but you learn a lot, and when you look back compared to when you first started to where you are today, I'm sure you will say that I've come a long way. I know so much more now because I had to do it myself.
I've really come a long way. Just like I mentioned, I was attacked by the yoga community for running, distracting yoga. And that was about maybe 6 years ago. And then, yogis, a lot of yogi can tell you, we suffer a lot of people pleasing. And being attacked by your own community is a thing. So I'm not sure how I kept going with it, but I have so much fun and joy and seeing people smile, walking to that door, walking to a yoga studio, finding joy. I just can't stop. So I definitely come a long way. And obviously, the topic of inviting breeders is also controversial, and we try to share with other people that we do contribute back to shelters and rescue. At the same time, we invite a reputable and socially responsible breeder who will take care of their animal, treat their animal nice. Right? There's two hard truth holding here. Right? I do believe in the work of the rescue and the shelter, but I also do believe in responsible, socially responsible, and reputable and ethical breeders in my mind. Right? So as I grow, looking back, I cannot believe the type of strength I've gotten to have contradicting truth to hold them and still find clarity in my business and to try to grow Yoga Kawa, which is, I would say, a wellness brand. We have pet-related classes, but we also have standard yoga classes, as well as sound bath and retreats and yoga teacher training programs. So, yeah. So
wow, that's a lot. That's a lot to
juggle.
It is.
But and then all the animals and making all the messes.
Yes, but it's fulfilling, I'm sure. Really you're doing so many different aspects of yoga and touching so many different types of people. So you're giving people more than what they even thought they could get, which is always good. Always good, right?
Thank you.
So how do you're running a business, you're running Yoga Kawa. You mentioned that, you are a wellness organization trying to reach into the corporate environment to show them the benefits of using yoga for themselves as leaders, for their people, on a day-to-day business to make it a better environment for them and have healthier employees. How receptive are people when you first approach them about it? Or is that what you do? Do you kind of reach out to organizations, or do you rely just on like standard marketing?
So every yogi will tell us at the beginning, when we're excited about sharing the gift of yoga, we do a lot of outreach, and a lot of yoga teachers are still learning the business sense. I'm lucky in the sense and privileged in that sense. I graduated from a business program. So, I understand outbound and inbound marketing. So I focus a lot around inbound. I'm lucky that my realization of corporate yoga, corporate wellness, I'm not at the forefront. There are people looking for it. I think what was different was actually pet-related yoga classes into corporations, and that is quite wonderful and popular because people will actually make more effort to come to the yoga class if there's a cute puppy there sitting on the yoga mat waiting for them, right? But then they do get to stretch your body, and we're so lucky at the minimal. People leave our corporate wellness classes bodily feeling good because sitting a long time, I think we all know what the detrimental effect, it's called desk injuries, such as tight neck, shoulder roll back, small, our devices are getting smaller, are looking at this, our neck are changing, which changes the way our brain connects talk to all parts of it, our body through the vertebrae. So that changes, your alignment changes. And you know what? Which one looks more confident? This or this, right? So we teach a lot of these, like, holding the posture, looking more confident, feeling more confident, breathing nicer, having clarity. Wouldn't having clarity help you make better business decisions?
Yes.
Wouldn't it be helpful so that you can write a friendlier email to an annoying colleague, right? Wouldn't that be good for culture? So yeah, we talk about all these little tiny things that really help build a good culture in the company. And we're so lucky it's the company that have great culture that actually reach out to us.
Oh, great. Of course. Like, do you have any stories or a story that you can share with us about a company that took your program and what kind of benefits, like, did they come back to you and had this wonderful testimony of what you did for them?
So, the HR company, the HR team is always trying to, find new ways to engage their employee. And we're lucky that they are a company where they recognize that their staff are probably in a very manual space. So for example, there is a manufacturing or assembly lines that does invite us back regularly to do stretches and make it educational. So not just doing the stretches, but teach them things they can do in their, I'm not sure, assembly line or the position they're in, so that they are not going to get absenteeism to increase, because back pain is one of the biggest reason for people not being able to make it to the company sometime, right? And it builds great culture. So if I can say, we have a company that invite us back every quarter for yoga. And now they're doing sound bath, because we also offer sound bath now. So that way.
What's sound bath?
Sound bath. So basically, sound can change someone's state of being as well. So sound bath is where our staff will come into a room, enclosed room with yoga mats. So the staff can lie down. And we play crystal singing bowls at a special, unique hertz that relaxes the body, right? And that way, people sometimes don't feel conscious about doing yoga poses in front of their colleagues, right? But we have companies that invite us back for quarterly for yoga stretches to build a community, to let the staff know that we care about their health, because they know when we go, we don't just do some poses. We teach about how to proper alignment, how to breathe better. How do you take your practice to your work, right? Because we also say affirmation, we work a little bit mantra, we work breath work a little bit, and those things actually do build up. And slowly we'll build a little group in that company that comes very regularly every time we go there. And now we're offering sound bath. The attendees did grow, because some people don't like to change their clothes into yoga clothes at work. So, but in sound bath, they can just come lie down and relax and allow the sound to change their state of being. Wonderful. And if I can just cover a little bit about sound bath, is that you can relate that something when you're not feeling good, you put on your favorite music and suddenly you're singing to that music. So sound does have that power to change your state of being. The way crystal singing bowl or sound bath does is that, because the artist, you don't know how the artist is going to play. So you have no expectation. You can't expect things. When you don't expect things, you can be disappointed. So therefore, their nervous system calms, because they learn not to expect, and they learn to be in the moment and just enjoy how the sound changes.
And how long would that session run for the sound bath?
We let the HR, our contact, to tell us what is their goal that they're trying to achieve. How much time do they have? I mean, we would love to the whole afternoon, but then that'll be an unproductive day for the company. So we work with the HR person to how they want to design. And sometimes our HR contact are so smart. They're so well educated. I think our staff will enjoy a 15-minute sound bath coupled with 10 minutes breath work and a light stretch at the beginning, or stretch, because afterwards
so you can do a combination of it.
I mean, we have a really great rapport and communication with our HR, because sometimes in that beautiful wellness day, they offer food. We are going to offer food. So maybe start the yoga, then sound bath, and food will taste so appetizing. So we let our clients, help us organize something. And obviously we'll give them, our feedback, like, what kind of room do you have? What kind of seating plan do you have, right? We just want staff who come to work know that their company care about them. And if we're invited, we're going to try to help make it as wonderful and changing as possible.
That sounds really rejuvenating. You know, when you think about it, we all need that rejuvenation in our lives. You know, when you go full throttle, you know, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, commuting back and forth, rushing home, seeing to the kids, cooking dinner. Like, when does it end? But then having this sort of a break in between, it makes you feel better about everything that you're juggling. And it gives you probably maybe some energy to help you manage it better.
So, you know, having that corporate wellness session can help you unhook on all the things that are draining you.
Okay.
Right. And then you learn to change that step. Because if we have a wellness during lunch and you're hustling during the morning and you learn, hey, I can break it. And you go hustle again. And then maybe at the commute time, you learn that, hey, I was able to disconnect for lunch. Why can't I disconnect now? So learning to let go. That's another power of yoga.
Right.
Learning to let go. So again, back to what really asked me to become a yoga instructor or a teacher. Because there's so many people who are working so hard, you know, their purpose, but doesn't know how to bring that self-care every day a little bit.
Right.
If it's just two people, I'm happy just to run that class, just to help them. Maybe that'll change the relationship they have with their spouse, relationship with their children, right? Because children, sometimes you come home, they're screaming at you, right? So that can really trigger something.
Do you think, you mentioned children, like is it good for children to do yoga?
So if I can make it an umbrella, state the umbrella again. So yoga does include the physical stretch, the breath work, and the meditation. So yes, if we consider all this, of course, I think it's great for children. We actually have few program running in different daycares. You know, making fun, cool names for children to recognize different yoga poses. And obviously, little children are much flexible than me, right? Like I have like so many years of stress on me. So, but it's fun and teaching them to slow down, right? Because children are running around, and I think yoga can help them learn to focus, learn to breathe. Sometimes we ask them can you draw your breath for me? They draw the breath, and then they learn, how do I materialize something that you can't see? So we do different exercises with them.
Right.
And I think the meditation, it's a bit challenging, but our program does more with the physical aspect of things, but helping them to recognize and recognize that yoga is not something you have to be good at to commit. But if they know yoga already, so maybe in the future, when they're stressed, they'll know, like, hey, I used to do yoga. Why not? I'll do yoga again, right? So it's just about making it more familiar with the children at a young age.
You know, I think these days the kids are going through so much. And having social media also pulling them away and pulling them apart mentally. I think yoga would be so beneficial for children to find that outlet and also realize that who they are in terms of maybe being bullied by other kids, not believing in themselves, maybe ridiculed, left out of certain games or parties or whatever the case may be. My goodness, Echo, you've brought so much meaning to yoga today for me because I'm seeing it from a different light, a different angle, and it's so beneficial. Like, why wouldn't anybody want to incorporate it in their daily lives?
I'll see you in my class next week.
Yes. It seems like it.
It's just like wellness can be defined differently for a lot of people. You know, a lot of people find that mental calmness when they run. There's people who, when they run, they get clarity. I'm not that person. No, I want to faint, right? Like stop fainting, right? But yoga gives me clarity. So everybody is different. But yoga, really, if you think about it, it's about being mindful and intentional. So if someone feels that they are running and they're getting clarity, I would say they did a little yoga. They were a bit mindful, right? So it's fine. And then obviously the stretches that people do before their workout and after their workout, right? That's a little bit yoga as well. But I think if I define it for me, whatever the format is or the methodology is, guided meditation, yoga, pets yoga, breathing, sound bath, come find peace in whatever you do. so peaceful that nobody can bring their chaos to you.
Wow. That's
not
beautiful.
your work, sometimes not your spouse, sometimes not your kids. You're a yogi.
Wow.
Keep on going, right? And then maybe the universe is going to throw you more different complexity depending on what your karma is like, but attain peace.
So do you operate out of one studio? Do you have a couple of studios? And obviously you go to premises as well, like organizations.
That's right. So Yoga Kawa has now recently secured a studio around Lee Side, which is like Midtown area, Mount Pleasant and Eglinton area. That is our headquarters. We run pets yoga there every weekend. But we are also launching the non-pet related yoga, the standard, I would say the standard wellness and the yoga classes, including sound bath, meditation, all the umbrella I spoke about. But we actually have pop-up locations in Mississauga, Hamilton, Vaughan, and Markham, and maybe more.
Wow, that's great. So how do people reach out to you? How do they find Yoga Kawa?
I wish everybody could pronounce it Yoga Kawa like you, but if you know how to pronounce it, it's YOGAKAWA.com. It's so unique. I don't think you can mistype it, but if you know how to spell it,
perfect.
Yeah,
I just want people who are watching this episode to know how to reach you, how to get the benefits from this wonderful blessing. I think it's a blessing that you have shared with us today. Is there anything that you would like to say that we haven't covered so far about what you do?
We're really proud of our pets related program because, down the end, it's about the future generations building a wonderful community. I think what differentiates us from a lot of company who are actually in the pets related space is that our classes are family friendly. Not everybody loves having kids in your class, but we believe children are the future. So we do make it educational when there's children in our classes, teaching them sensory development with the pets, as well as doing yoga, as well as focusing, as well as social order in the public class. So our classes are kids friendly, but really the kids have to come with the adults. So I think that's something I wanted to let people know. That's one thing that differentiates from other companies. Also, we run pets yoga birthday parties.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean, instead of screaming all the time around arcades, it is a session about compassion, treating animals with gentle hands, enjoying the therapeutic aspects of things, learning from our breeder partner and our trained staff on how to deal with animals, how to have fun with them, how to let animals know that human love and human hands can be kind. At the same time, learn some nice social order as well around animals and such. And then, it's children usually come in groups and then they all really enjoy it. And a lot of parents tell us like, this is so nice. They're not screaming all the time in the party. They're calm. And then we'll feed them sugar with cake. But then they're calm. They're sweet. They're nice. And then seeing that compassionate side, that sweet side of children is something really rewarding for us.
Yeah, it's probably also a release of their, whatever is bothering them, and they just kind of let go and unwind and. Yeah.
No, we have emotional pets, emotional support animals. For that reason, there's something about the animals to human being. That bond is there, that connection is there, and they calm people down. And that's why we have therapy animals, right? So
that's
and that's why I have invited bunnies, goats. I know goats has been quite an adventure. We have people cry in goats yoga. Wow. Yeah. Something calming about the goats.
Oh,
I could talk forever, but thank you so much.
Echo, this has been so wonderful. Honestly, I had no idea what to expect. It was eye-opening, very enlightening. Thank you so much for sharing your journey with us today. And I hope everybody contacts Yoga Kawa and your business booms tenfold.
Oh, thank you very much. And thank you, Hustle and Heart, for inviting me to come here to share my passion.
Our pleasure.
And peace.
Our pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Doreen.